Bruce Willis. You look good. You look relaxed. You look happy. You look content.
Thanks, some.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, taste that. Does that have a little bit of benzene in it? Is that? I just got that backstage.
Oh, that's what I should have done. Yeah. No, that's fine. I think that's fine. What's new in your life? I want to ask you. What was the highlight of your weekend? A lady in the neighborhood wants to know.
Well, I don't know if I should say this with a little dog that was on here and all, but we accidentally set our cat on fire.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
I can tell you we didn't do it, but we were trying to teach our little daughter about the properties of fire and stuff, and one thing led to another, and the cat caught on fire. I mean, she's okay. She's all right.
Was it one of those examples of spontaneous combustion?
Yeah. You set some animals on fire.
No, you're joking. Tell the people you're joking.
I am kidding. I'm a big animal rights activist.
There you go.
It was a lot of people don't really know this, but I was just named the national chairman of the Save the Dog Foundation. And we were a big mix-up. We were going to do some concerts and get some big names involved, and then we found out that dogs really weren't in any kind of danger.
I think
of
we
becoming,
haven't
extinct or anything.
What was it? A typo or something on the memo?
Save the dog. We had a big concert plan, a tour and everything. And
no, we have, if anything, an abundance of dogs.
Overabundance of dogs.
See, that would be the problem.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you did, I mean, if there is benzene in this, how many of us have tasted it before and would know?
Everybody backstage is drinking it.
Benzene. We have to do what do we have to do here? Okay, can you hang around?
I can stay.
Great. We have to do a station break. We'll be right back here. Bruce Willis is here. Tomorrow on the show, Olympia Dukakis will be joining us. Smokey Robinson will be here. And automotive expert and radio talk show host Bob Cerullo. So if you're having problems with your Dodge, call in tomorrow. And tonight on the show, I mentioned Bruce Willis. He's here. Elizabeth Perkins is here. Do you know Elizabeth? Have you worked with her?
I haven't worked with her. I know her.
I saw her in the hallway briefly. Seemed like a lovely woman.
Yeah, she's very lovely. She's worked with my wife, but I've never had the honor.
Denise? And your wife is doing. You actually are also in the same film with your wife, right?
Yes. Yeah, it's a film called Mortal Fucks. I have a smaller
cameo.
It's a little larger than a cameo. A cameo, I think.
Now, let me ask you a question.
That's a word, a cameo.
If you were not married to the female star of this film, would you have been in the movie?
I don't think I would have had a snowball's chance of getting a part.
No, that's not what I meant. You certainly have the qualifications, but would you have done it?
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably would. It's a good part. I mean, it's a little more interesting being able to work with my wife. I have a couple scenes with her in the picture.
Yeah, more interesting to work with your wife than to
set the cat on fire.
All right, speaking of animals, you last time you were here, you did an impression of your dog hacking up a
dog coughing.
Yeah, dog coughing. And I understand you have prepared for us another impression tonight.
I have one impression. I only work on them one at a time. Yeah. This is an impression.
This is not an animal impression.
No, this is a political impression. It's kind of old, though. It's a little dated now, but, Morty asked me if I did have any other impressions.
Morty, the producer of the show.
Morty, producer of the show.
Do you do an impression of a producer? Yeah, there you go. Here it is.
This is an impression of, it's actually kind of an old impression of Hubert Humphrey. Hubert Humphrey.
Yes.
This is Hubert Humphrey.
Former senator, vice president.
Senator, almost was a president.
Yeah.
In 1968, I ran for president of the United States. On election eve, I turned to my wife, Muriel, and I said, Muriel, tomorrow morning you'll be sitting with the president of the United States. The next morning she turned to me and said, well, Bubblehead, do I go to Dick's house or does he come here? A little dated.
That could have been, for a second I'm thinking, no, he's mistakenly doing Harry Truman.
Harry Truman.
Because you're getting now into an age range where nobody really could prove this.
I may actually, that's a good idea. I could probably do Harry Truman and nobody knows.
Tell me about your inventions.
Well,
Are you serious about these things?
Well, you know, they're just things. I have been a little disappointed in my inventions. I originally invented Gumby. It's true. Years and years ago, I invented what was then the working model of Gumby.
Prototype.
The prototype itself, we had some problems with.
The prototypical Gumby. What were your problems?
The problem was the first Gumby we ever made was life-size. Weighed about 168 pounds, and the kids really couldn't get it out of the store.
More lawn sculpture, really, than a toy.
More lawn sculpture, and then the next thing we know, somebody came out with those little small ones, the ones we're all familiar with, and we got scooped.
It's just that one little twist on a good idea, and you're a millionaire.
And I was that close. I was that close. And I'm working on something now that I don't know if we're ever going to really get it off the ground. It's a thing, you know, you fish, right?
Oh, all the time.
You're a big fish.
My pant legs are wet now. I just came in from the Hudson. Yeah, sure.
I'm working on a thing where we take a 220-volt item. It's like 2 electrical prongs.
220-volt item? What?
Well, it's two electrical prongs, as it were. And you just set that in a lake or a pond or a stream, and you just throw a quick current through it, and the fish just kind of float up to the top, and then scoop them in with a net.
Crispy on the outside.
If you don't have a lot of time, this is good. This is a good thing for you.
But do you have any... You know, what we need to do now is take a look at a clip from Die Hard 2. Which is it, Die Hard 2 or Die Harder?
It's called Die Hard 2, Die Harder.
Okay.
Die Harder.
And this is from what I've seen of this takes place at an airport.
It takes place in Dulles Airport in Washington, D.C. on Christmas Eve.
And there has been some kind of terrorist activity?
Something is going wrong at the airport.
And you just happen to be passing through?
You know, coincidence, you know, being what it is, I just happen to be at the airport.
When will this be released? Is this
June 29th, 1990.
A big summer blockbuster?
Summer extravaganza.
Okay, Bruce Willis, Die Hard 2, Die Harder. Watch closely. Oh, that's the beginning. Now, is the movie finished now?
I got to shoot about 3 more weeks on it, and then they start to cut it together.
Now, do you ever worry that it won't be as good as you thought the first one was? Do you think that it won't do as much business as the first one?
You know, I mean, there's always a chance to fail and to not be good. But this is actually pretty good. I mean, it's a lot of work. And
did you enjoy making it?
I did. Yeah.
I did.
Okay,
good. Good to see you again. Hey,
right.
Now apologize to cat owners.
I will.
It's Bruce Willis, and he loves cats. We'll be right back.